Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Gentlemen.
How are you, my friend?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
To quite well or just well?
Well.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a beautiful day out.
What's new with you, gentlemen? Back fresh from golfing, huh?
Fuck. Exhausting. This body is not meant to walk grounds, okay? Fuck.
They didn't have
Dude.
transportation to which you're accustomed?
I asked for a handicap golf cart. You'd think that was the end of the
I
world.
think if you brought your sticker, you could have used those ones.
Oh, damn straight. They take a man at his word. I'm handicapped. I need help.
Yeah, no one would lie
What's
about
your
that.
handicap? I'm fucking hideous. What do you mean? It hurts to walk around.
Really? You could have brought your handicap?
I don't
I-
know.
I
That was
don't
just
know.
a guess. They did have like ADA stops here
Sure.
and there, and it just showed the little
Disabled.
Oh,
Baby.
dude, could I sue them for the
No,
American
because
Disabilities Act if I was turned down for a golf
But you
cart?
couldn't prove that you like. That's the problem. You didn't have the.
It's
pass
my
to-
word against his. I'll fucking be good on the stand.
Oh, I
We've-
won't.
Jay, you can fight this. You're familiar with the American with Disabilities Act.
I am, man.
We're a marginalized people.
But rules are rules, Mike. And if I'm on the stand, I'll say he didn't have the pass.
You weren't there. You don't know what I had or didn't have.
Okay.
So you were forced to walk.
I was forced to walk.
Yeah.
And I kept having these patronizing comments from D-Mac's team. You know, like, I'm so proud of you. You're really moving
Oh, my
around today. I was
gosh.
like, yeah, I did good. Look, walking around and stuff. It's pretty good by me. They're like, how you doing? I'm like, shit. That's how I'm
They're
doing.
checking on you like
Yeah.
every 10 minutes?
But then I had this powerful, beautiful man who I had to fill out this thing. It was like, come get stretched. And they were giving samples of stretching you out. And this man put his hands on my body.
Like on a table? Put it
Yeah.
on a table? Wow,
And,
right.
and
It was legit.
he strapped me in, dude. I mean, it was almost bondage.
He was a strong-handed male masseuse.
He was. Reminded me of the guy you
John.
know, John.
It's systematicmassage.com.
Yeah, right. It's not systematicmassage.com, but this guy was exceptional. I mean, we had good conversation. We connected. And then he was locking me in. I was like, oh, well, he's getting a little BDSM going in here.
You have the common decency to give him a reach around or what?
No, I didn't. But he was like, bro, your hips are a mess. They are not moving at all. I'm like, what do I do? You know, I'm thinking
locked up, huh?
thrusting or something. I get working on my thrusting game. And he's like, you got to come in. You got to stretch. I was like, what else can I do? Because stretching sucks. Is there
Stretching
anything
is the
worse than-
easiest. No, it's the best.
I
I was about to
hated
say
it.
stretching is the best. Right when you said stretching is the worst. It's the best,
It's
man.
not the
I feel
best.
like $1 million afterwards.
Do you know, when we played high school soccer together, I faked it every time we had to stretch
Oh
that
my gosh.
15 minutes in pregame. I faked it, dude. I'd be like, yeah, I'm doing my best. Never had a cramp, no problems.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
dude. You got to do ROMWADs. Daily
me?
mobility
Sounds
exercises.
like a Star Wars character.
No.
The ROMWADs.
The ROMWAD. I'll hook you up with a link after the show.
What is a ROMWAD?
It's a daily stretch. It's a program, man. It's an app on your phone. You
Why
follow
ROMWAD? Why wouldn't it just be a daily stretch exercise?
it. You know, needs a catchy name.
Okay. But no, it was really fun. We went down to, and I should have printed actually, E should have printed information out for me to talk about the Detroit Country Club for the Rocket Mortgage golf tournament. First time in Detroit, in the city limits, first ever PGA Tour event.
Wow, all right.
And it's really done well. For people that are going this weekend, it's sold out already, which is great to be able to draw those kind of numbers a week out and sell out the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. But you can still go out
So I was
there
gonna say you could still go Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday, and it's really cool, man. I don't know how long it took to build this stuff up. The course looks great, and the Pro-Am was today. So you had all those guys out there running around, and people are freaking out. Oh my God, there's Jerome Bettis, and you know, anytime you see Kid Rock,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like the crowds, no matter what, like Kid Rock.
Cigar in his mouth.
Oh, cigar in his mouth, derby hat, fucking blue shirt, white shorts, doesn't give a fuck. He just doesn't. Golf etiquette.
Heard that.
Yeah, like we had a party. It was Arthur Penhollow's birthday party. Baby. Dig a little deeper, you'll get nuts, baby. And so we had this like,
Tastes like tinfoil.
yeah, I'm not allowed to say that. He's like,
I am.
don't you repeat that on the air.
Tastes like tinfoil.
Yeah, I ate this chick's asshole out once. It tastes like tin foil. I was like, he's like, whatever you do, Walters, don't tell that story in the air. I went, I've been telling that story for 5 years. He's like, you're a fucking asshole. It's like, well, it doesn't change the fact you did say it, and it probably did taste like tin foil.
God, of all things, you know.
I know.
Of all things to liken it to tinfoil.
I got a little reckless once. I think he's right.
Really?
Yeah, I got a little spastic one time, and maybe got a little closer than I would have liked to the sun. Burned myself a bit.
A little deeper.
Dug a little deeper. I was at a party over the weekend. This chick stuck her hand down my pants. Said, "This is getting crazy." I said, "Dig a little deeper. You'll get nuts, baby."
That's my favorite.
That's the greatest post into a fucking song ever.
Here
Here's a
comes
new one from
Aerosmith.
Here's a new one from Puddle of Mud on the roof.
Mud.
But we had a 50th. I think it was a 50th birthday or something. Big blowout for art, and it was like most people were black tie as shit. Like you couldn't come into the building, period, unless you were dressed up proper, right? And so we're in suits and ties and all that stuff. And Kid Rock came, in a fucking wife beater.
Yeah, nice.
And the best pictures are like pictures of me and Art and Kid, like fucking shit faced drinking beers together. There's Kid Rock in jeans and a wife beater and a fucking derby hat. He doesn't
Made
give
an
a shit.
exception for him.
But what are they going to do? Sorry, Mr. Rock, you're not allowed in. But yeah, he comes walking down, and wherever he is, because he's like Tiger. You know what I mean? The galleries that follow Tiger around, that's how it was with Kid Rock.
I have to
It's
imagine that for a pro-am, yeah.
Yeah.
But they had some big names there, though. What? Tom Izzo, Dylan Larkin,
Yep, Mickey Redmond.
yeah, Abdulkader,
I don't know if, did Abdulkader, I thought they said maybe.
Howard,
Howard, yeah, Jimmy Howard.
Jerome Bettis,
Jerome Bettis.
Barry Sanders.
Barry
shit,
Sanders. Yeah. Nick actually turned to me at one point. He goes, "Dude, did you see that?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "Barry Sanders just walked by." I was like, "Cool. No, I didn't see that." He's like, "That was fucking awesome." Who was the other?
Everyone's got their guy, though. When you say, like, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
People just have, for whatever reason, if that's your dude, it's like, holy shit, that dude just walked by.
Oh, Larry Fitzgerald,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
which seemed weird to me, but I saw some kids standing around. They got their 8x10 glossy photo in the plastic,
yeah, what's
of
the
Larry.
connection between him and the
I don't-
Detroit area?
Well, it's Ricky Fowler's event, so if he might have a
okay.
relationship with.
You mean Ricky Fowler's the main one
Yeah.
who's sponsored by Rocket Mortgage?
It's his tournament, I think. Like he's the main guy. He's in the promos and all that stuff. So that's the connection.
Well, he is to Rocket Mortgage what Tiger was to Buick, right? He's the main sponsored
I
golfer.
don't, maybe. Yeah, he's the main sponsored golfer. I don't know what the connection is. I didn't know that they had events like that where it's like official PGA event, but it's Ricky Fowler's event because they were calling it like Ricky's event, I don't know.
Pro-am portion of it, at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe there's a connection there.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it was cool. We had really good access, and Darren will be in here in a little bit. We recorded some stuff. He did an interview that was great with Ryan Armani. Ryan Armani from Fox 2 came, and I bet you never thought you'd hear the day when Ryan Armani says motherfucker.
Oh, no.
Today is that day,
Is
folks.
that right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I got to tune in, man.
Hell yeah. And then Jason, who was the golfer?
Dude,
You might
know
know.
I hate to say that I don't know, honestly. I didn't
He
know
was
who it
great too. I don't know. When Darren's here, he's going to be here in a little bit. He'll fill you in on all that. But an interview with him that was great, and then we got to tour the Cobra bus, like the truck, where the guy in there, Ben, deals with Ricky Fowler's clubs, and dude, you can't even imagine. It's like, I'm looking at this, and it's like, no, I need to shave this blade down a little bit more, and try this, and like tweaking shit with their clubs on the
gosh.
spot. Like he's got his own. This guy travels with him everywhere, and head to toe, anything he needs. And these guys know. It's just amazing when you see like how much work and time and effort goes into that level. Like the smallest minuscule detail
Sure.
can be the difference maker.
Yeah, the other,
And,
like,
I asked him, I was like, dude, you ever, he's like, he goes out and he's not hitting this club well. I'm like, do you ever just go, bro, it's you. It's not the club. The club is solid today, okay?
Yeah, I can shave it down all you want, man. It's you.
You just got the fucking yips, sir. Sorry. And then kind of got into it with Bubba Watson a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Hey, Bubba. You just yelling at him? Or?
I see Bubba Watson. He's colorful. He's playful. He's a lefty. Lefties are usually good guys. And
Dude owns a General Lee, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, isn't he the one that owns the fucking floating vehicle too that goes on the water?
Really?
The what are they called? Not a hydroplane.
Sure. I know what you're talking about.
I think there was a thing that aired, and he's like going over a sand trap and over the fucking
nice.
water. I mean, yeah. What do they call that?
Hovercraft.
Hovercraft. See if you can find it. Bubba Watson Hovercraft E. And I think this was real. This video was real. So I'm like, this guy's playful as shit. And so we had a recorder on us that we could do on the spot interviews, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. And so there's a big practice
There he is in
area.
the General Lee, but
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Dude, you'd buy one if you were that rich.
oh,
right?
hell yeah. Yeah. And I'd keep the fucking, stars and bars on the roof.
Confederate flag.
Hell yeah. So they got all these pros, here's the number 2 player in the world, Dustin Johnson, just fucking smoking the balls right there.
Is that
And-
Gretzky's dude?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paulina
he's
or whatever.
married to Gretzky's daughter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so Bubba walks up, and I was already there, right? It was like I was holding the spot for him. And so he walks up, and he's from me to you. And I was like, hey, Bubba. He looks up, and he's like, hey. I was like, hey, any chance you're available, at any point here for like 5-minute interviews? And I wanted to somehow get in like with 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty. I figured that would sell it more than just
So
some
did you say that?
douche. No, because he went, no, I'm practicing right now. I got some new wedges to try out. I was like, okay, well, thanks. And then I stood back and watched him take 6 shots, shank 3, and then leave. I was like, oh, so you spent 30 minutes working on these new wedges and then left. So I felt like, he knew I was there. He knew what he said to me,
you were
and
probably the only person that day that wanted to interview too.
know.
So I mean,
maybe,
obviously,
maybe so. And
You
I
know
know
how
that's
many, how many of views there have been over the
Yeah.
last 20 years for this guy?
probably not terribly professional, but, whatever.
You should have got that one phrase in that you mentioned with 4-time Stanley
Stanley,
Cup
yeah.
winner Darren McCarty.
You think it would have helped?
It might have.
probably would have. Yeah.
Would have been worth a try. There's the hovercraft. Look at Bubba go.
Wouldn't you want one of these?
Yes. Yeah. You can
Dude,
glide
imagine
over
having the
anything,
money
man.
where it's like someone goes, you want a hovercraft? Fuck
Park
yeah, I
that's
do.
anything
Oh, sorry.
It literally hovers.
Yeah.
but par for the course, and
There
it
he
had
goes.
wannabe
Look at him go.
drivers drooling.
Bubba, you got time for an
watching
interview?
Masters champ
No,
Bubba
I'm working on my
Watson
new,
cruising
hovercraft.
around in a modified hovercraft,
Look at him go,
zipping
man.
over water hazards.
And who doesn't want to do that?
If it's real, then I want one.
Well, Bubba put the if to rest.
No, it's not a gag. This was the real deal. We,
Yeah.
me and Oakley teamed
Doesn't he
up.
look like a fun guy to chat with?
Bubba's
Sure.
sponsor.
Fun
It took
enough,
2
yeah.
months for this
But he had wedge work
prototype
to do,
be
Mike.
adapted by a
6
company
shots,
called
dude.
Neoterra
Well, he's
Hovercraft.
clearly had work to
It's
do.
been
He shanked
building
3 of them, he
hovercraft.
said.
And they were, I don't know what degree these were, but it was like a fucking spatula. They were like flat, and
Yeah.
he was just hitting them like 10 feet. It's like, you could have done this interview while you were doing that. I don't know what he should have said, like, you know what, man, it's a long day, and I don't feel like I have it in me to be, that guy on mic, so I'd rather not. I totally respect that. But he made it seem like the focus for this afternoon was the putting green or the driving range and doing this desperately needed work with a lob wedge. And from all the evidence I witnessed right in front of me, there was very little work being done.
Calling Bubba a liar.
Well, I don't know.
Hey, everybody, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage, auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900.
What else did we do today out there?
I mean,
the
I don't
broadcast setup went well.
Yeah.
Easus, what'd you tip over? What'd you step in?
Well,
What'd you unplug?
I didn't do anything. I
Nothing?
did get. You know what though? I did a stretching thing too. They were offering, like he said, these 3 stretches, and man, like
Couldn't believe it.
I was.
He doesn't like being touched,
Well, but I don't know. Everyone was doing it, so I thought I'd do it. And I knew I've never been the most flexible, even despite the fact that I used to run all the time and stretch and stuff. I still never. And man, dude, this girl was like, dude, right away. She's just like, you're tight as. Like, she didn't say tight as fuck, but like, she's like, dude, you are tight, dude. Like,
Where?
my,
In your glutes?
my hamstrings, my
Yeah.
frickin' hips. The very first thing she said
Yeah.
was like, wow, your hips are tight. I'm like, Jesus, I didn't even know.
It's
My
that
hips and
that
hammies,
Sneech-like
too.
physique.
So I need
Yeah.
to freaking work on that. I might have to start. I have to start stretching.
Ramwad
shit.
dudes. Range of motion,
Yeah, I'm
by
gonna
the way.
look at
That's
that
what it is.
stuff.
Ram.
Range and motion.
Range of motion is
Ram-
the Ram.
Ramwads.
Workout of the day.
I know. I
Okay.
guess you covered most of it. I guess all I would say is just like, having done that thing with him with NASCAR with him a few weeks ago, Darren. These two sports are so similar in the sense that it's this traveling circus. And when you get to go behind the curtain a little bit, you just see how many freaking people
Really well put
make
by
this
Isis
happen.
there.
You know?
Yeah,
See
yeah.
that?
It is well put, Isis. Good
Thank
job.
you, thank
To
you.
Jay's point. No, it's fun. It's really fun to see Darren in crowds of people because, honestly, of people playing in the Pro-Am, Darren's a bigger name than 3/4 of them. Like, he should have been playing in it. I don't know why he wasn't. I don't know if that's politics or nobody knew to whatever, but he's a great golfer. He's great with people. So the fans that were there are stuck behind ropes from where the celebrities usually are. They just don't have access to them. And so to have Darren McCarty
Yeah,
just like
standing there.
walking through and the looks on people's faces, because it's like they get about 2 feet past him and then it's like, you can hear him. Was that fucking Darren? I think
That
was
is
Darren. I
crazy,
think it was
yeah.
fucking Darren McCarty. No, it couldn't be. And he's so good because then someone will just go, yo, Mac, March 26. They'll yell out March 26 or whatever. And then once he turns around immediately and he's just great with everybody.
He's the anti-Bubba Watson.
He is. He's not going to blow you off because he's got to work on his fucking lob wedge game at a pro-am. Really, Bubba?
But he doesn't own a hovercraft either.
Yeah, that's true. And so once he starts taking a picture, signing an autograph,
Oh
people
my
go,
God.
"Oh,
It's on."
He's got to be someone. Oh, fuck, that's Darren McCarty. No way." And then everyone's got to
That's
tell
why
him
those guys gotta-
what a huge fan they were their whole lives, and he must hear that every fucking day 50 times.
That's why you got to have those handlers, like those golf guys. It's like you need that PR person to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
To then just be like, sorry, guys, he's got to go. He's got
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Because otherwise, you're just there,
I think he needed you guys to be that guy.
We weren't going to do that
No?
for him. Not a chance.
No,
No
Isis,
way.
you? I could see Isis playing that role.
All right, enough, everyone. All right, back off, everybody.
I think I could do it. I don't know if he'd listen to me.
Mr. McCarty has to be somewhere in 2 minutes.
I could make those
We're on a tight
statements.
schedule.
I could make those statements. I believe that I could. I don't know that he would listen to me, but I could step in and say,
I don't know that
Dude,
anyone
guys,
would listen to you.
Let's see if we can get Isis hired as Max Muscle. How hilarious would that be if he was just the point guy and people have to kiss E's ass to get access
my
to
God.
and it's like,
No autographs.
Right.
If I see one camera flash over here, you're gone.
Oh, man. The other, Mike was saying...
that
oh,
much
sorry.
power would be a problem because E's been beat
Well,
on his whole life.
It'd be interesting
I'm
to
not
see
a-
what happened.
I don't
am
think he'd
not-
handle that power. He'd wield that power
I am not a
responsibly.
person who would wield power, but I will say another thing Mike was talking about when we're in there, and he's talking about doing up those clubs, and the analogy was like it's like a pit crew where they go out, they swing a little bit, they come back, and then it was like they all started leaving, and I was talking to Perry, and they're there for the first few days when they're kind of going through the real practice shit, and then they fucking move on to like the next place and start setting up and getting ready. So it's
Yeah.
like they're there for like those first few days, and it's just crazy interesting to me because they're there for like Ricky Fowler or whatever,
Help him tweak
and,
it,
yeah,
put
talk
them
him
there.
tweak it, and it's like, okay, let's get on the next place. We'll start working for him there, and he does his
Yeah.
thing through the weekend. It's just really cool, man.
What I find really interesting, anytime I've sat in on Mac's show or done something like this remote where he's interviewing someone, and it is really, really cool, and it's happened a few times, to see a professional athlete interview another professional athlete because the level of respect that they automatically have for each other, you're not just some douchey media guy. You're a guy that's played at the highest level. And what you understand is they start talking about the detail and they both know, nobody else but us knows just how fucking hard it really, really is, how the level of detail that goes into the smallest thing and to get ready to perform at that level. And so every time he interviews someone like that, I love when the back and forth gets into the weeds about that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's really fascinating. I think people will like it.
For
I wish I
sure.
could remember the goddamn.
I'm looking. I don't remember his name. I looked down the entire list, and I just don't remember his fucking name. I'm
That's why
sorry.
that phrase you left out with Bubba Watson was so critical.
Yeah, I know, dude, but I didn't want to be like, Bubba, you got 5 minutes. 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty's doing a show. It's on. He wants to interview you.
Look, it rolled off the tongue.
I know, it just felt douchey. I wanted Bubba.
Want it to be more natural.
I wanted Bubba to go, "Oh man, hey, how you doing?" Shake my hand, like it's nice to meet you, man.
I've never had anyone ask me that before.
What's the show? I mean, you guys gotta. Do I have to go anywhere? And be like, no, you know what, man? Red Wings, 4-time Stanley Cup champ, Darren McCarty's right there.
Yeah.
He's the host. He'd love to talk to you. We'd love to have you on the show.
That's how you played it out in your head.
That's
It just-
but when Bubba didn't come in hard and fast with a handshake and a half hug or something, knuckles, and it was more like, no, I'm practicing, with these new wedges. I was like, oh,
Jason Duffner.
yeah, Jason Duffner.
Duffner, that's a tough name for a golfer.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But yeah, he was fun, and people were warning us like, Duffner's not the most super outgoing, and he doesn't really. And it was like, all right, a little bit of work to do. You got to break that fucking wall down and get him to open up. And Darren got him with dip talk.
Oh, is that
you would
right?
have loved this.
You never know what can get somebody.
Yeah, I mean, you're a fan of the dip.
Oh,
And
Absolutely.
Darren is. So is the Duff. And so they got deep into the fucking weeds on
Yeah?
some dip stuff. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like,
it actually was kind of
It was-
Did
interesting.
they
was
stay
really
dip or did
interesting.
they go chaw?
well,
Did they expand?
I don't want to give the punchlines away and stuff, but let's just say Duff ended up in an NHL locker room where some Russians were on the team, and he was introduced to some Russian dip.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, game changing. Yeah, so he'll get into it in the interview. So you can look forward to that when the guys come in here in a little bit. And I'm sure there's other stuff we can, as I think about it, we can address it. But it's going to be a lot of fun if you get a chance. I highly recommend it. And I think you brought this up, Jay, that you might think golf tournaments are boring as shit.
You're wrong.
You're very wrong. They're extremely exciting, believe it or not.
It really is the most underrated sporting event that you could go to. It's
And in
so
person.
freaking cool. Yes, to see
In person is key.
it's so different than watching on TV, or it's just so different what you would expect if you've never been.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
really, really cool to see those guys so close and see how damn good they are.
Yeah, and the way it's so wide open, and there's just a lot of activity everywhere. And it's like, oh shit, there's so and so. Oh my god, there's Bubba Watson. Don't talk to him. He's busy working on his lob game.
It's the only sport. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's other ones, but it's one of the only major ones where you really can be like you Mike said, just everything. You can be in an area between the hole 7 and 9, and if that's where you sit all day, you're going to see every major star 3 feet from you.
Well, you could sit next to a basketball court and see that. You're saying it's.
No, but I'm saying like if you're just, but no, you
I don't think it's the only sport where that can happen. You
I'm
could sit
talking-
next to a football
what I'm
field.
s- Well, wait a
Yeah.
minute though. What I'm saying is
soccer pitch?
You didn't. I don't
Sure.
think you took
Boxing
into,
ring.
I
Hockey
don't think
rink.
you took into credit what I was saying. I'm saying that as a regular person, you have to buy very expensive seats to sit courtside. Any person with a general admission ticket can walk in.
Oh, you're relating
and-
that up close to yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
That's what
Yeah.
I was trying to. Yeah, of course you can.
And
sit
those
courtside.
ropes, I don't know what they're meant to prevent, but they are just
Very thin.
very. What are they?
Flimsy.
Nylon? Bring a pair of scissors with you. Snip. You're anywhere you want to be. Anywhere.
It is really,
It's a
really
dick
relying
move,
on
but
the.
you could do it.
It's really relying on the fact that people aren't just going to run onto the course because those guys.
Yeah. Well, it's a gentleman's game.
A lot of older gentlemen too. That are,
Right. I mean, what are they
marshals.
really going to fucking do?
holding up the quiet please.
Yeah.
They might hit you with a quiet please thing. I don't know.
And
they're only
not
at the
against the law to go suck a dick and yell out whatever. I mean, they're not going to arrest you for that. I mean, it's a gentleman's game,
It's
and
uncouth.
we're expected to just be noble and respectful.
And even most of those guys by the ropes, I mean, they're really only at the crosses. So if you go
And
in
they're not
between-
usually young and ripped.
right?
They're
If you go
usually
to the middle.
volunteer status and old.
it really does lend to streaking, doesn't it?
Oh,
my
No,
God.
why
yeah,
has
there's
it-
so
gotta
much
be-
open space.
Yes.
If you've got any
Somebody
sort of
in Detroit.
speed, wheels, a move. I mean, if you've got a spin move in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Or a 1-2 head fake, hip fake,
Dude.
you can really.
Problem is, it's so easily edited out. You're not on a single
But
pitch.
if you were like,
But if you got your buddy filming you on his iPhone, you can go viral as shit.
True.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
But if Tiger isn't there this week, but like if you are going to a tournament where Tiger's there, you just wait till a moment. Maybe he's a little bit, hit it a little off the fairway, and he's getting ready to. You can tell that camera's on him. I mean, it'd be
You could
so
just be behind him and pull out your dog.
You could pull out your dog and just helicopter. Could you imagine seeing that? He's lined up. Tiger. Here we got
Just some
Tiger Woods
dude in
on
the background. His
got a-
dog hanging out.
He's got a 150. He's 150 yards out from the cup and coming in strong. He's having a decent day.
All of a sudden, there's some
guy in the
asshole
background.
pulls his pants down, just fucking helicoptering behind him. Oh, Lord.
Yes, you could totally do it.
So we want to apologize here,
How has
folks.
this not happened yet?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe no one's thought of it.
There's just too much shame out there. We need some shameless assholes.
E?
There's shameless assholes. In
This is
Detroit.
your game,
This
E.
is your weekend.
it-
Easy.
You were born for this, E. If you get on camera doing a successful helicopter in Tiger Woods' backswing, dude,
You're right. It would be worth it.
you'd
really,
be a
in reality.
hero. Nobody, even Tiger would chuckle.
I wonder what. It'd just be a simple. Wouldn't it that would just be a simple arrest, I guess. In
A
England,
simple
or-
arrest.
Yeah,
mean-
you'd get an indecent exposure, whatever.
Would.
We can deal with that.
The problem would be that with that one, the problem would be now they put you on the fucking sex offenders
There you go.
list.
Probably would.
Would that
And that's when
yeah.
I would have an issue. I don't.
It's
care about
okay
the
though
arrest.
because
Kids around. My God, man.
Every time your house on the map comes up with a red dot as a sex offender, you can explain to people like, no, dude, here's the video. Here's what happened. And everybody you tell
You could
the story
attach a
to.
link to the sex offender.
Yeah,
link.
you put a link to it, attach a link to it,
Embed
and then,
it. Just
and then
goes to
have
YouTube.
we could put that happy face over your dick head as you helicopter.
You're
as
right.
to not re-offend.
You're right. If I walked around the neighborhood honestly and was like, they're like, oh shit, we got a sex offender in the neighborhood. I go, look it. I understand what you think. I was just behind. I mean, come on, behind Tiger
Here it
Woods,
is.
and it's
Here's
just
my
me
iPad.
going
Let me
like
show you. I'll
this.
back it up because you're gonna laugh your ass off. You're
I
gonna miss some
wasn't.
stuff.
I wasn't fucking little kids.
You wouldn't
or
even have
anything
to
like
explain
that.
it. You just be like, I'm the Tiger Woods guy. Oh,
Oh, I thought I recognized
yeah.
you.
It would have gone so viral.
Right, you're
Wait,
right.
Jesus, it's right there.
Did
man.
you fucking 8-year-old too? No, that's it. That's all I did was the helicopter behind Tiger Woods, and it got me on the list, man. So, anyway, I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm new to the neighborhood. I made a shitload of money on YouTube when this went viral. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about me with your kids. I'm a great babysitter.
Hey, speaking of money, you have an annual physical to make sure you're healthy. What do you do each year to make sure you remain financially fit? Our friend Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial specializes in thoughtful and objective investment guidance designed to keep your finances in shape. So call him today, 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Jay, I think I'm done with the women's U.S. soccer team.
Why, man?
'Cause
Come on, it's just getting interesting.
That
We got
Megan
France on Friday.
lesbian
Rapinoe.
Rapinoe, she's good. I don't mind the pink hair.
You know,
her attitude fucking sucks, man.
So what? Just watch the game.
Why? She just looks angry to me.
She looks, you know what I call her? The old lady. Doesn't
Yeah,
she look like an
she's
old,
an old
lady?
bird, yeah.
Just, mean old. I think she's 33 years old. She looks like 33 going on 83. I mean, she's just, ugh.
She's got a great life. You know what I mean? She's adored by millions.
She's using her platform, Mike.
Stop using your platform. You're turning people off too. Every
She's
time
always
you
been
do
like this, though.
Because it seems angry. It doesn't seem helpful. It seems angry and hateful almost. When it's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to stand for the anthem. Well, yes, you are, because everybody has to stand for the anthem. Fine, I'll stand for the anthem, but I'm not singing. I'm just going to frown. I don't like this country. You're playing on the U.S. national team. You can't be proud because you don't like Trump. Stop.
Worse than that, Mike. She's slow. It kills me watching
do you
this
mean?
chick go for a through ball. She can't get there. She's slow.
Why? 'Cause
Just
she's
like a
old?
goddamn old lady. She drives me crazy.
Why
man.
did they keep her on the team then?
She's good, but she's just
But
she,
slow
she
and
lacks
good does
speed.
not-
She's good. She lacks speed.
Since when?
You want her on the pitch.
Since when during the beautiful game has slow and
I
good
know.
ever?
I know. She's experienced. She's a good player, but
Yeah.
she's fucking slow.
Did Hope Solo get kicked off the team for those horrible vagine pictures?
The roast
Why
beef.
isn't she out there? Yeah.
She did get kicked off the team, but I think there was just a lot of drama that went back and forth with her and the
Yeah, that
federation
regime was
for years.
hideous.
It really was.
Yeah,
She deserved to be kicked off for that, but
Yeah.
I think there were a lot of other issues.
I wanted au jus sauce. Every time I saw her vagine, it was like, oh yeah, I could go for some au jus sauce. It's like a
God.
French dip in the making.
just blown up.
And shared with people. Why would you? Why would you share that?
That was part of the big cloud leak, right? She was part of that.
Yeah. That's where we also got.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, I saw
looking
Jennifer Lawrence's butthole. I liked it.
Yeah.
From that guy
Ken
said
Bone.
Ken Bone.
Kenneth Bone.
Kenneth Bone
with the
made that
red
comment.
cable knit sweater.
I
her
saw
butthole.
I saw her butthole. I
She
liked
looked
it.
amazingly
They found-
ordinary in those
Yeah,
pictures.
she
didn't
did. Which is a bummer because I think she's so beautiful. She really, I think, is gorgeous. And it was like, without the Hollywood movie scene and makeup and
Yeah.
the clothes and the glam, she is every bit the fucking average. Like,
Yeah.
you could have dated that girl in high school.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You know what's funny about if you remember about that Ken Bone thing is like that was just found like in a Reddit thing.
Yeah, Reddit
Like
thread.
he was found because he had the big
Yeah,
question.
the big
and
moment,
blah,
the
blah,
big
blah.
question for Hillary, right?
And then
Well, he united the country
He
for a
did.
day. I mean, he
And
really
then-
was. He was the hero we didn't know we needed,
Wasn't it
but
some
we did.
shit energy question or
Yes.
something?
Yeah.
Like renewable energy or
Let's
something?
be honest. It was his mustache and his sweater
Fuck yes,
that was
it
the
was.
hero the country needed. That's what we came together over.
But it was just funny because then he became that, blew the fuck up, and then people started
And his name.
searching Reddit. And then he had
Absolutely.
some subreddit thing where he's like, I saw Jennifer, what was it, her name?
I saw
Jennifer
Jennifer
Lawrence's
Lawrence's
butthole.
butthole,
And I liked it.
If he's not wearing that sweater, doesn't have that mustache, and he's named Bill Mahalski, Nobody gives a
No,
shit.
absolutely not.
His energy question bores
No,
everybody.
of course not. It was the whole package.
It's the
though.
whole package. When you got Ken, it was like Ken fucking Bone.
Look at him.
Really? Look at that
He
dude.
took the country by storm,
Yeah,
man.
he did, and he deserved to.
And remember, if he didn't, Neck Guy would have been the story.
Yeah.
The Neck Man would have been the story.
Who's in the pictures that we saw of him? If you can find Neck Guy, his head looks like it's going to explode.
Oh, my God.
And he was spared because he was going to take a world of hate on the social media
How?
until Ken Bone came along. Look at how close Ken Bone is to that man.
How that goddamn button got buttoned. That is incredible.
Yeah, incredible. That shirt wants to fucking
And
explode.
then the juxtaposition between him and the guy in front.
Yeah.
It's like opposites, right?
Yep.
Don't you wish he would have asked the question? Ken Bone was nice and all, but
Dude,
that-
if Ken Bone doesn't swoop in like the superhero he is, that man's life is ruined.
Look at that motley crew, man.
Hashtag neckman. Hashtag fucking head's gonna pop.
That's what I was doing. I was hashtag Neckman in it.
Yeah.
That was my Twitter that night. I was like, Neckman, look
he
at that
needs a
guy, blah, blah, blah.
Neckman.
And then the rest of the world's going, Ken Bone,
They
Ken
didn't
Bone.
even notice it. He became more and more invisible as Bone spoke.
I know.
And
face.
by the next day, dude, no one knew about
Bone
Neckman.
blew up, man.
Yeah, Bone saved that man.
Look at that face.
We would have lost him. We would have lost this gentleman.
You can draw a line between the bottom of his neck and his nose, the tip of his nose. Look at that.
And isn't it flat? Doesn't he have like a flat face?
It's
kinda
incredible, man.
Look, we're not going to trash this guy, but his fucking
We are not going to trash him.
his collars what do they call this part of the fucking shirt? The wings there.
Yeah.
They're doing wheelies, dude. They're stretched so far, they're doing wheelies.
A lot of pressure.
What's up with those? What is it? The ears?
Yes,
Ears?
look at the ears, dude.
Yeah.
What is he a Vulcan?
If
What
you
is he?
squint, he's just a dick. I mean, right?
Like literally.
yeah.
I wish I could have known what his question was going to be.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder
I'd
if
like to know.
I wonder if he did ask something.
And there's no way he did, or we would have known it.
Yeah, we would have. Do you think he takes a comb to that hair, or does he just get out of the shower and just flop it
It's
down? Like
combed.
whatever.
I can see comb marks.
He has
Absolutely
one of those
combs it.
black combs that goes in the back pocket.
No, he's got one of those that fits on the hand. You know, you put your finger through
are
it.
for dogs.
Boom, boom, boom. That's what he has.
Really?
I'll
You
bet
think so?
Absolutely.
That is
Someone he goes to someone and someone cuts that hair and has to work around that neck. Look at that.
It's
That's,
like- it's
that's
just-
not an easy clip. Look at the back hairline.
It's like George Lucas's beard. You're just
Yeah.
picking a spot.
yeah,
You're just like, here.
yeah. Usually
Boom,
you would
boom,
go with a
boom.
jawline, a prominent jawline. George, forget it.
Pick a spot.
Just pick a spot and make it straight.
Do you think the neck man's still with us?
I
Honest to
doubt it.
God.
Boy, look
Wow.
at that is a motley looking crew.
It really
at that.
is.
Look at the
There's
three.
America, baby.
Yeah, that really is America.
Can that face be any redder? Like,
I mean, look at the twig in front of Neckman and then Bone barely keeping that sweater together.
I know.
You know?
Remember that became a Halloween
Oh, it's
costume?
huge. Huge.
The cable knit sweater.
Hell yeah.
Look at him, man. The quarter zip. It's got to be the quarter zip.
Yep.
Love it.
Absolutely. Anyway, back to Megan Rapinoe.
Right,
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to
yeah.
Megan Rapinoe.
She did you see her comments today? She was giving
Yeah,
an
I'm not
interview.
going to the fucking White House.
It's just
Yeah,
Every
she
ti-
does
she's-
seem very nasty and mean, doesn't she?
just negative, not happy. Like I believe she's happy playing soccer.
No, that's
you
what
know,
that's the problem
but-
with politics, man. Everybody's so mean.
Yeah.
Bad. Hit the other side. It's
I-
just ugliness.
I just don't
Hate.
what I don't get is how you don't get that that's not going to work. Like nobody, we have natural defense mechanisms as human beings. It's built into our DNA that rejects someone coming at you with aggression. Like nobody likes being told what to do, being yelled at. You know, being told what to do is one of the worst things you can do. You're not going to build bridges like you claim you want to do. You're never going to get like, oh wow, you've got a great point.
You're
you know?
discounting what she's getting from her team, though, her tribe. She's getting dopamine rushes every time she posts something because she has half the country. Yes, like. And she's going, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Don't you think it would be an
I don't think
equal-
she's trying to convince anyone.
Don't you think it would be an equal dopamine rush? Because I give you a lot of credit, Jay. You picked this out day one, and you went, "This guy's pliable, man. He's not a true Republican. He's probably more Democrat. Really, he could have flipped the coin and picked a team. He's not a lifelong anything with morals. He's grounded in ethics and
The
his
Dems
beliefs.
should have become Trump whisperers, not
Trump
Trump
whispers.
haters.
Go in there and spin. This guy wants to make deals. And you know, the only person that we've seen take your advice, maybe she listened one day, Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian was famous for putting her gross ass on camera anytime she could. She has now helped unimprison 19 people who were wrongly imprisoned by dealing with President Trump, going into his fucking office, sitting down with him, and going, I think this is a wrong. We need to write this. Good. Done. Let that person out of jail.
Look at my outbox. It's
Yes.
getting so deep.
Yes, today we let 19 probably felons, convicted rightfully so. I don't know who could say, but in the outbox it goes. Done.
Deal made.
I have the power to do it.
Deal
so
made.
yeah, he just wants to make deals, and it's like, how come no one else is going? Oh shit! Because if you're Megan Rapinoe and you really have these beliefs, like he hates lesbians and LGBTQ, and he's a fucking dick, and he's orange, and well, I'm not going to the fucking White House. Okay, well that accomplishes nothing.
It's war, man.
You're a toddler at that point.
Both sides just they're at war and they don't see an ability to work together. So she's getting the dopamine rush off people in her tribe who agree with her. And she has plenty of people who do. So she knows she can keep doing that, and she's viewed as some warrior, right?
Yes. Okay, that's fine. I just think it would be so much better for you, for your team, for the cause. Like, if you're on the U.S. national team, and Trump has come out and said, win or lose, you're invited to the White House, because she was trying to say, we probably wouldn't be invited anyways, or women. As if Trump wouldn't invite them if they won.
He'd move on them like a bitch.
Yeah, grab 'em by the pussy.
So give them the cheeseburgers and stuff, just like everybody else.
So if you're on the women's national team, viewed by most as the best women's team in the world,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
So-
see on Friday.
right? But they've won multiple cups, World Cups, and they're respected by everybody. That gives you the platform that these people all talk about, right? Here's the thing,
Mike,
though.
you can't
Hold on.
negotiate with a Nazi.
Here's the thing, though.
If you really think he's a Nazi.
Do you think your message is getting through by doing an interview for 8x8 magazine? The access you have because of this platform you brag about can be used so much more than by going to 8x8 I don't even know what that is. You get access to the fucking White House. You can literally sit down and chat one-on-one with the ruler of the free world.
I'm gonna
Why wouldn't you
go 8x8 right now.
Yeah. It was a video interview. You can play it. You can pull it up and play it. Because it's like, I'm a fucking, little girls look up to me. I'm a hero and a champion. Well, how about you say, I'm not going to the fucking White House?
I mean, your whole premise though is that she wants a conversation with the other side. That she doesn't. I don't believe want that. I think she just wants to look like a social justice warrior for her side.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, if you don't want anything.
I believe both sides don't believe they can get anything done because they're so ingrained in their position.
To my point, I give you Kim Kardashian.
Dude, believe me.
You know what I mean?
I said from day one, negotiate with this guy.
Yeah.
I believe this is ridiculous where we are and
Yeah.
stupid, but I just think we're so far down the line. A chick like this, dude, she thinks she's using her platform to the absolute best she can, and more power to her. She's getting her dopamine rushes.
Okay, well, your platform, what you're using it for, Ms. Rapinoe, is what the majority of voices in sport, in Hollywood, celebrity of any nature, they're all doing it. You are so not original. Going on a camera, you're not a leader. You're absolutely one of the sheep masses. It's so fucking easy to get on a microphone and go, fuck Donald Trump. That's easy. Everybody's doing that. Why wouldn't you want to go, you know what, I'm going to take a different tact because he doesn't seem to give a shit when we all do this at all. So why don't I just, I'll go there. Hell yeah, I'm going to go there. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. I'm going to let him explain what he's doing.
I said something a moment
that-
ago, sort of facetiously, but if you really believe the guy's a Nazi, you wouldn't.
I just don't know how you could believe, like, honest to God, believe that. Really? A fucking Nazi? Dude, that is so, you've lost your mind if you really honestly think Donald Trump is a Nazi. I mean, it's just stupid.
We're way far down the line with these,
No, I
these
know,
two
I
sides,
know.
Mike. I mean, I understand you like it to be different than it is, and it'd be great if she took a different position. But I mean, I just think it's asking a lot from just a simpleton soccer player right now to be that savvy.
Well-
although you do have the example of the simpleton Kim Kardashian, as you said.
And
so
it's almost changed.
there is a
Kim-
model there.
It's almost changed. I wouldn't call her a model, but not with that ass, that size. I know some people do. But you see Kim Kardashian now. Once she started doing that, you don't see her with a fake champagne bottle blasting fucking champagne off her ass. Like she's dressing like we saw the same thing with Angelina
She going
Jolie.
to law school or something?
Yeah, and you see this like almost overnight transformation with this person who's like getting that dopamine rush, not from selling fucking lipstick on Instagram, but from actually helping people that would never be able to help themselves. You're actually doing something good for society, righting a wrong, using your platform for good. And so for Megan Rapinoe, go to the White House and read President Trump, the Riot Act, and then go on your social media and go, you know what, I don't think there's getting through to that clown, but you know what, for all you people that think you don't have a voice, I do, and I went in and I told him this, blah, blah, blah. Like at least that's something. He heard you one-on-one, face-to-face. You got your word out. Doing this on fucking 8x8, what are you proving? You're a sheep is what you're proving. E, do you have the video?
I just have her saying. I have her saying.
Yeah, it's a little clip.
Okay,
It's all right.
Second word tonight.
8x8 appears to be a soccer-specific magazine, by the way.
How would you not know that? There she is.
You excited to go into the White House, Megan?
I'm not going to the.
Yeah, the
Fucking-
volume's
Doesn't
up.
she look like an old lady?
Yeah,
My
she.
God.
How old is she? She's
33,
60?
honestly.
She's 33?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. That hair is not healthy.
Excited about going to the White House?
I'm not going to the fucking White House.
There you go, 48,000
No,
retweets.
I'm not going to the White House.
I'm not going
We're
to the
not going to be
fucking White
invited.
House.
You're not going to be invited?
We're not
I
gonna
doubt it.
invite Ed. I doubt it.
Championship or bust?
Completely, yeah. Championship or bust.
so-
Always. We have a great burden of expectation, but I think that also brings out the best in you. And we just expect to win every single game. So if we're down 2-0 with 10 minutes left, we expect to win that game. And we've
Yeah, every
been
team
in
says
those
that.
situations before, and it's just sort of ingrained in us.
2-0. Love it.
Dude,
Yeah.
You're right. When she says like, why would he's not going to invite us? Like that's bullshit.
Yeah,
dude.
they
100%.
operate with this chip on their shoulder. Like the reaction to them scoring the 13 goals and
Yeah,
rubbing it
yeah.
in against
Yeah,
Thailand,
yeah.
their reaction was, you wouldn't criticize the men's team if
Right.
they did it. Like, what are you
Bullshit.
even talking about? This team has great respect. It's given tons of respect by the soccer world and the country and fans. It's a straw man. They're constantly
Total
setting up the straw man.
Yes.
But whatever motivates them, I don't know.
And it's offensive to me though because I want to root for that team. I
Root
do.
for the team.
I do want to, but when I see stuff like that, like I'm going to on purpose stand and not put my hand over it. It's like you just do that. There are players that are like, you know what, my beliefs are different. I'm just sitting on the bench. I'm not making a scene. You know what I mean? Like what was his name? The Muslim basketball player.
Right.
Muhammad
Denver
something.
Nugget, yeah.
It wasn't about like I need to stand up and say what I like. Fuck off. No, you know this isn't helpful. It's like if
Well,
you
the other side of it is we are Americans and people can express themselves in different ways. So,
well,
don't-
that's fair, but it doesn't make me want to. Like I was really looking forward to like watching some of these games, and I'm like, no, you know what? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I do because every time I see that chick, she's a fucking cunty asshole, and it's like this is a great country. And you should be proud of that. Is it perfect? No, of course not. No country's perfect. This is a pretty damn good country. And it's been pretty damn good to you. For you to spit in the face of the flag, disrespect the White House and the President of the United States. You got every right to do it, but it's not making me want to jump on the train. So that's the other effect of that. Not that she cares.
You're not buying her jersey.
I'm not. Nope. You don't want to put your hand over the heart? Fine. Then I'm not going to watch you. How's that?
So can dudes buy women's jerseys because they're women's cut? What if we bought women's cut
Wow.
jerseys?
Wow, that's a great.
Have a Rapinoe jersey? It's like that women's
You
cut.
go up to the concession. You're like, I'd like to buy a jersey. Like, interesting, a man. You've never had a man interested in a
Yeah,
women's jersey
I'm a big
before.
fan of this
No,
team.
you know what they would do? Who was the chick that came out with NFL jerseys for the first time women's cut? They were like, yeah, we want to wear Jerome Bettis jersey too, but
okay.
and so
So they'd make a man's cut?
They must make a man's
Yeah.
cut, which would look ridiculous probably, but
Why? Just look like a soccer jersey.
yeah, but it doesn't need the what is the cut for? Is it the shapely? Is it the bosom into the waist hips?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we just need it straight down because we don't have those gorgeous titties and sweet hips that make the can work. And so yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be looking. I might tune into the game just to watch the stands to see if there's guys out there like grown ass men wearing Rapinoe
I've
jerseys.
never thought of that. Buy a women's soccer jersey.
Yeah. Anyway,
Birth?
I still wish them well.
Yeah, you
I
should.
forgive her.
You know, they're our U.S. team, Mike.
Yeah. Alyssa Milano. I adore Alyssa Milano. I don't know if you saw the story about her today.
No.
In the press. It's so awesome. She's given us some highlights recently, right? Showing up at the Kavanaugh hearing was hilarious.
She did that, and then she told people to withhold their vagines from men. Remember that? It was like some hashtag, like "don't put out" or something.
Until rape is stopped,
And
or is
people were
it
like, "Oh, that's nice, using your vagines as a tool. That's
and a weapon?"
Yeah.
Your husband, poor guy.
And as Mike pointed out, them just kind of saying at that point, "Wow, this is what we're about. This whole, so this is what we
Yeah.
can do."
This is the power we have.
that was the criticism."
Yep,
she
and
took
it's-
she took a lot of it, man.
Fuck, as she should. She should. It's a stupid argument. She didn't want anyone to fight on the Democrats. Don't say anything negative about each other.
Right?
She
yes.
wanted that
Nobody
one
criticize
too.
anybody because we want them all clean going against Trump. Yeah.
Yes. And it was the abortion law. If you don't let me murder this baby in my belly, it's my right to choose to do that. And until you fix this fucking ancient law, you old white men, nobody gets to fuck my hole. Like that's what her message
Yeah,
was.
that's what it was, yeah.
Nobody gets to fuck this hole. I'm assuming her butthole was still in play
I don't know, man.
because it's basically the pregnancy hole, right? That's what
And
she
that's
was
a good question.
working out.
I don't
was
think she just said sex. Did she just say sex or
She didn't. I don't think she wanted the baby hole to be used. So I'm assuming butthole and mouth hole are still in play, but I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, she.
That would have been a great question.
Sorry, ma'am. Is the butthole still in play? Is that still on the table? Can I fuck your asshole or your mouth hole, please?
for Mike or a girl asking.
Great
for
question,
women.
sir. Yes, of course, my asshole is still much in play.
Tastes like tinfoil.
Tastes like tinfoil. But these celebrities who think, they've got 3 million followers and people cheer them on every time they say something bad about the side that they don't agree with, they get this self-worth and sense of power that they don't really have. Like they can get a microphone anytime they want, they can get a video camera anytime they want, and they can say what they want and get cheered. But when it comes to demanding shit, you're on a kids show. You were Samantha on Who's the Boss. Like, you don't get to come in here and demand shit, ma'am. So she was turned away from a Florida migrant detention center.
Oh, my God.
After turning up unannounced to perform an inspection inside. Alyssa Milano demanding entrance into
I feel like Lindsay Lohan did this or something.
No,
in
she
the
tried to
past.
steal a Arab
Oh yeah,
baby.
she tried to
until
take the yeah.
until
And
the
she
mom
started
slapped her.
speaking with a strange accent. You will come with me now. You will come with me now.
She was doing a bad Borat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk away from your parent now. Come with me, young child.
Wink twice if you're in danger.
That was
if you need
fucking
the
awesome.
rescue.
And then she got pounded from the side.
She laid a hand on that fucking woman's
Yes.
child, and the woman just went, "Fuck, dude, really?" Boom.
And then there's selfie video going, I was
Sobbing.
just trying to help. I was just trying to help.
Here she is on a dusty road in front of a fucking old bus that's running, black smoke pouring out of it in Pakistan. I got punched. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. There she is. Lindsay Lohan
Show you
stealing
a
homeless
family
people's
that I met.
kids.
It's
Are you okay?
Syrian refugee family.
Are you okay? Refugee family.
This is a 10-minute version, so I don't.
I'm going to introduce you to them. And they really need help.
Yeah, go towards the end even. She's really...
Here, yeah.
Yeah, she
This
turns
is
into a
whole
victim,
frickin'
falls
Are you
apart.
excited? Let's go.
Shit, this is.
Rick wants if you're okay.
Wow, this is like a 10-minute video,
I never
right?
realized that it was.
I know. We always just saw the little snippet.
No,
Comments. There's
this
so
is
much
dirty.
wrong with us right now. This is straight up
I'll get you.
exploitation.
I'll get you.
I will receive you.
What?
Are you okay?
Just a warrior on the front line, Mike.
No, we go to... Guys.
Guys.
And خلاص. Guys, you're going the wrong way. My car's here.
I heard a
Cut.
There was a lot of
Look what's happening.
I'm very happy to be here.
Trafficking children.
Trafficking children.
Shut up.
No, these are my children in
I
traffic.
won't leave until I take you.
Till I take you.
Start doing that voice. Holy shit.
Now I know who you are.
Aren't you
Isn't
the
that
idiot
awesome?
from Freaky Friday? Well, like, what the fuck?
Don't fuck with me.
Do not fuck with me.
Hey, kids.
Hey, kids.
Weren't you in a Pillsbury commercial?
Wallash. This is the Arab. This is not Arab.
This is not Arab. It's
You're
a
ruining
horrible
Arab
impression of
culture by
Arab.
doing this.
Horribly
Shut up.
offensive impression of Arab.
Unbelievable,
She should just
man.
be yelling, Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar.
You're taking these children. They want to go.
They want to go.
I'm going to you. I'm with you. Boys, don't worry.
Don't worry.
Oh, comments rolling in like
The
Mike
whole
said,
world
just
is
the
seeing
post
this right
people
now.
yelling at her.
The whole world is seeing this right
Hello,
now.
hello.
No, they're not. I freaking
God,
can't.
the
Why is she talking
self-importance.
like this? Sound like Arab. Yeah, it's pathetic. It's got to be coming up the punch.
No, that's what I hear.
I will walk
And then she turns
forever.
immediately into a whiny American.
Yeah.
I say what you guys.
Oh my God, I've been assaulted. What are we gonna do? Does anyone
Is
know a
he your
good
son?
lawyer in Pakistan?
From
Doesn't she have
Pakistan.
any entourage? Someone stop her.
Yeah, but
Don't
she,
fuck with Pakistan.
do not fuck with Pakistan. Come here, you come with me.
Yeah, here we go,
And he's
here we
like,
go.
all right, bitch.
Hey,
Hey, don't.
Boom.
Boom.
They just roll off into the distance. So awesome, man.
Oh my God.
And here she comes, Celtic style.
and they were trying to run to me, and I'm just like so scared.
What happened to the accent?
Literally,
Oh my
Aren't
God,
you
you
so
guys.
scared?
Oh my
Why
God, you guys.
I don't think I can ever change.
Yeah,
Poor
What?
Lindsay.
She's just trying,
that
man.
is just
Trying to do
hilarious.
God's work like Alyssa Milano did. I swear, though, there was somebody who did this, went to a migrant shelter or some sort of shelter
Probably.
a year ago or so.
But it's like these people, like just like Lindsay Lohan, has been so built up by the public, and Alyssa Milano by the public. Like, dude, you were a teen star. You were in Herbie the Buggy fucking movie, idiot. Like,
The
don't
Love
forget
Bug?
that.
The Love
you were
Bug?
in Herbie the Love Bug. You haven't done anything relevant in years. And Alyssa Milano, you were in a couple of sitcoms in the 80s and 90s.
There was the one, though, where she was a witch or something,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Recently? Huh?
And there was
Give
like
her her
3
due.
co-stars like Shannon Doherty and
Yes.
stuff. Like, yeah,
Charmed.
Charmed. Okay,
Bam.
fine. Mona, Angela, Samantha,
Go sit on a beach and enjoy your Charmed money, man.
Samantha. You know, you're who's the boss kid? You know,
Yeah.
Samantha, Angela, Mona, Jonathan. So, but they get this entitlement feeling like, okay, hold on, stop. Everybody stop. I'll take care of this. And they're just going to march into some place they fucking don't belong and think like they could do that. Like a migrant detention center. Think about that. That's run by the federal government. You think you're just going to
know.
waltz in and demand? Like, really? Moron?
They're
really?
given this sense of self-importance by all these likes they get on Twitter and
Yes.
shit. And so they just think, well, they're going to see what's up now. And she marches down there. And they're probably, like, legitimately like, who are you? You're like, why do you have a camera?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And then when it's explained to them, like, what, you don't think there's formalities? Like, I'm not supposed to go to the PGA event and just like walk up to Bubba Watson and ask him for 5 minutes. Like, that's not the way it's done. There's protocols, right? She arrives at Homestead Wednesday morning, joined by a group of activists who demanded to get inside and meet the migrant children being held there. They were refused entry immediately and told they must submit formal requests like everyone else. Milano was photographed showing up in a chauffeur-driven Mercedes.
She's doing her part, Mike.
Yeah. She streamed videos onto Twitter. In one, she was heard telling some of the government workers blocking her access, "I'm Alyssa Milano. I'm an actress/activist, and I would love to be let in based on a community visit." Oh, okay. No. The agents told her and her group, which included a state rep from Vermont, once again important, be on camera with the liberal lion that is Alyssa Milano, to submit requests in writing. Like, look, guys, you got to submit requests in writing. They're reviewed, and no problem. And turn them away. Undeterred, the group held up cardboard hearts so that the children inside could see over the fence. Care about you.
How trite.
Trite.
You know, these
Yes.
kids sitting in there like, what's out there? What's that all about?
Why is that weird? Is that the girl from Who's the Boss?
We love you. We care about you.
She filmed another video asking her 3.6 million followers, dick move, by the way, to submit requests asking her to be allowed in tomorrow on Thursday. So let's just inundate this detention center. She also asked them to turn up at facilities in their communities and demand to be let inside.
That's good, because everybody across the board agrees that we're short of resources, right?
Right.
So let's spend them responding to Alyssa Milano requests or keeping Alyssa Milano supporters out. I mean, it's just so stupid. And by the way, does everybody agree now that there's an emergency at the border? Is that
Yes.
Is that the deal?
Yeah, they do now believe that. It's changed. Once 60 Minutes did a story, and it wasn't just Trump saying it. Once the media got on board, because they were inundated by border officers going, "Help, please. We cannot handle this flow. People are going to get hurt. These buildings are not meant to house this many people. They're just not." And I don't know how this is. Is this not the definition of a call to action? This is illegal as shit. I don't know how this is any different than yelling fire in a crowded theater. Asking 3.6 million followers to turn up at facilities in their communities and demand to be let inside? I'm sorry, that sounds like a call to action. That's where people get in trouble. If you're wondering like what gets the police involved, it's the call to action. We're going to turn up here and do this. I want all my followers to show up and bust the windows out. That's a call to action. How is that not a call to action? So we tried to get in. They wouldn't let us. Maybe we should all email and tell them to let me in. I'm going to go back there tomorrow and again try to be let in. Why? They told you what the rules were. How about you just do it the way you're supposed to do it? They want me to make an appointment to be let back in. Usually set up for 2 weeks later. Yeah, okay.
That doesn't even sound that bad. For government, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Lickety split for the government. Here's the problem. She knows that 2 weeks buys them time to clean up the place. I thought it was important that they just let me in. Sorry, bitch. Doesn't matter what you thought. What you thought means fuck all to the United States government.
Oh my God.
I thought it was important that I be let in. Good for you.
There's a lot of things I'd like to have happen. I mean,
she then described the conditions inside the facility. I don't know how she would know. She wasn't let in. Remember that from earlier in the story?
jumping over the wall.
I remember that detail.
She was claiming that there are thousands of children at Homestead. They've had their pencils and pens taken away from them because they were cutting themselves.
Oh.
They're not allowed to have any physical contact with each other, to comfort each other, even if they're siblings. The 17-year-old, once they turn 18, they're put into solitary confinement. And then shackled and brought to an adult detention center. Please educate and empower yourselves. Use your voices. We can all make a difference.
Well, then everybody, Congress, please come to a deal on how we're supposed to deal with all this.
Oh, no.
Please.
Whoa, that's
No.
racist.
Maybe do your job.
No, because
Fix this.
you give that victory to Trump, it's over. It's over. If he gets any headway on solving the immigration issue at the border and the Democrats helped him, fucking over.
Yeah, so the story is that he's caused this. He's evil.
Right.
Look at what he's caused. That's what it's
Yes.
gone. All right.
And
So
you know
tiring.
what?
It's so tiring.
It is tiring, but it's a real issue, man. Because there are real kids in there, way more than should be. But what is a government supposed to do if people show up? They know how to get around the rules, and so you've got underage toddlers showing up, No ID. We don't know who this family is pretending to be their family. It doesn't look like they match up as siblings.
Yeah.
They're horribly malnourished. They've been to hell and back even getting here.
Yeah, the rules need to be revisited.
Yeah.
Did you see the guy, the picture of the dude and his daughter?
Yeah.
Who drowned in the Rio Grande? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. You know what? When you make that trek, that's what happens. That's the reality. And if you keep encouraging them to make that trek, they're going to keep dying. And to hold them, what we know about these detention centers, they're horribly overcrowded. And there's a lot of people, when you're talking, but it's like, look, we're doing everything we can. If we don't get more funding, we cannot clothe these people or give them beds that they need and build more facilities to help. Like, what do you do when it's just packed to the rafters and they're going, fuck, what can we do? And they're like, no, we can't do it. He's the evil. Trump's evil. We're not giving you any money until you show us a good plan. It's like, how about we fucking tourniquet this issue and stop the bleeding?
Yeah,
Help me,
'cause it's
help you.
It's too valuable politically, that's why.
Exactly. And the fact is, this idea of we're detaining them in this is like Nazi detention camps and blah blah blah. It's like, well, they didn't have to come here. Like, they
Yeah,
could
you
go.
didn't- right.
They could go back out that door and leave. They're not. There's not ovens and showers in there, right? Like, that's not happening.
I know.
It really is irresponsible to call these are concentration camps. No, they're not. And they're not, you fucking dicks. So, Elizabeth Warren now and Beto O'Rourke are going to get on and get one of these detention. Excuse me, I demand to be let in. They too want to be let inside before the government agents have a chance to clean up. And the head of Customs and Border Control, Max Morgan, insisted the conditions are not nearly as bad as this is being made out to be. We can always try to get better. Are there issues we can improve? Absolutely. I welcome non-governmental organizations to come in and do a check and balance. We always try to get better, but to say that it's systemic, egregious problem across the board, it's not true, and the facts don't support that. So.
All right, we are not taking a break this show, but we're going to give a quick 2 seconds of silence. Isis, don't giggle, because this is where Twin Peaks spot is going.
Which
Isis, ready?
Get nervous. I'm
Isis,
sorry.
You ready?
Wait, are you counting back
I'm
down
gonna count
from 2?
down from 5, and when I get to 2,
Like a director, 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Is that the real one, or are you practicing?
This is the real one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Isis, don't giggle. Well done, gentlemen.
Good job. Good job, guys.
Just because you told me not to, I wanted to. That's the problem. That's how that goes.
Oh, another one of our favorites. I love this douche. David Hogg.
The Hog.
The Hog.
What is he? Can he just go to school or whatever he was gonna?
No, he's not allowed to, right? Until guns.
Oh,
until
Taking a
shootings are
gap here.
good.
Is he doing one of those, or
No, I think he's going to Harvard in the fall.
is he? Okay.
He got in, yeah, he got accepted to one of those things, even though
I know he got
guess you're right.
shamed for not getting into a bunch by Laura Ingraham, and then he
Yeah.
went shitty on all her sponsors. But then he
Yes.
got, after he became somebody, then he got all these offers.
Yes. Well, he did an interview with the Washington Post. Why is the Washington Post calling David Hogg to do an interview?
Washington Post.
Yeah. He recently did an interview with the Washington Post. I'm like, fuck. For what? The fuck does he need to say?
A wise man once said, tragedy does not confer expertise.
Exactly. And that's very true. He's revealed that he's been the target of 7 attempts on his life over the past year. He is attending Harvard in the fall. He's the co-founder of Never Again MSD. So that's Marjorie Stoneman Douglas.
Ah, okay.
A group he and other students founded that is pushing for stricter gun laws. How's that going? He's really making some headway there with that, are you? So in an interview with the Washington Post, he spoke matter-of-factly, because he's too cool for the room. Go ahead, take my life. I don't care. This is bigger than me. If I need to be a martyr for the cause, Hogg will. That's kind of the attitude you would expect from a 19-year-old douche. So, yeah, he's like, I don't care. The past year, there have been 7 assassination attempts. If they kill me, assassinate.
Don't you have to have a certain level of fame to have be called assassination, or does it matter? I guess.
You walked into a crosswalk and somebody braked hard. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't an assassination attempt.
Don't you think someone needs to pay someone? Like, when I think of assassinations, that's a hired gig, right? Or am I wrong about that?
No, not necessarily.
It's not?
Not necessarily.
So, okay, is that just a hitman?
There
then?
has to be some intent. Like, I'm intending to. I have
Yeah, I don't
find it
think
hard
I
to
don't think
believe
Will
that
Booth
7.
was paid to.
So you think
kill
someone
guys.
that steps on his foot in a crowded hallway is not, that doesn't count as one of the 7?
I want details, Hog, of all 7 of these.
Past year, there have been 7 assassination attempts.
Picture him, he's like getting his cereal in the morning and a blow dart goes whoop, into the cupboard. God damn it, number 5.
Shit. They're trying to take Hog out. They know I'm making a difference.
Walks outside, a safe falls.
Yeah, he just steps out of the way.
I do want to know. You know what? You're right though. I do want to know.
Yeah, Hog, you
What
can't
is
just
it-
throw
what-
those around willy-nilly. We
Because you
want
say
details,
7,
man.
and I think he thinks no one's going to question that. Because if you go like, I've had 7 assassination attempts, you're like, shit, that's a lot.
Damn.
Well, I bet there's like, what if there's 1 and he just said 7? I mean,
So what does that mean? The phone rings. Hello, Hog residence.
you're dead.
I'm gonna kill you. Click. That's number 6.
No,
That's
it's
an assassination.
Probably a mean tweet, right?
Maybe. Yeah, Laura Ingram. Is Laura Ingram, did she try to assassinate him?
I don't know.
Tried to assassinate my character, my good name.
Yeah, are we talking about your character, Hog, or
Yeah.
you?
Is this your good name that's under attack or you? What kind of assassination are we dealing with here? So this quote, I love this quote. If they kill me, that's probably the stupidest thing they could do to try to end the movement, because that would make it even more successful in the end, because it would invigorate us and create fucking change.
Oh, my God.
He loves to throw the F word out there. Fucking
Well, he's an
this.
adult, Mike. He's
Yeah.
an adult. Talking to the Washington Post.
Self-important asshole.
Dude.
Listen to that, man.
That comment,
You kill me, it'll only grow bigger.
it makes us strong. Dude,
God.
it makes us all stronger in the end. It'll only invigorate us to win this. Really, David?
All right,
so,
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. So, David, you think, you know that your classmate killed 17 classmates, teachers, and whatnot. There were true heroes in there. I don't believe you were in the building because I think it was only the freshman building. So it'd be like they shot up your school, but it really happened at the Burger King next door. You know what I mean? But whatever. You were
He's a
there. You broke
survivor.
the school. He's a survivor, hero. So you think that killing you, see, they killed 17, and it changed fuck all in the gun laws, sir, that you've been pushing for. Fuck all. By the way, do you remember a little thing called, I don't know, Sandy Hook? When a gaggle of fucking kindergarten toddlers were murdered in cold blood
False flag.
by an AR-15. It was an AR-15, right?
I think so.
But no. It's going to be the assassination of David Hogg that unites and invigorates.
Yes.
We will win.
This is what we were waiting
Yeah.
for.
Sandy Hook was close.
We've had enough now.
17 students at the wealthy Parkland School. But no, it's David Hogg.
took out the
Beatles-
Hog.
I mean, like, didn't the Beatles try to make world peace, right? And shit, they
Yeah,
couldn't.
John
do
Lennon
it.
got close. He had a bet in for peace. He got close.
Wrote Imagine or whatever.
But he's no David Hogg, dude. He's no David Hogg.
Dave, think about that. David Hogg thinks though he's gonna fucking do it.
Dude, that quote is so fucking egotistical and full of yourself and insane.
It's
I don't even.
Kenobi-esque.
It
It's
is.
Kenobi-esque.
Is he a Jedi? Did he reach Jedi
I
status?
don't know.
If they kill me, that's probably the stupidest thing they could do to try to end the movement. Because that would make it even more successful in the end. Because it would invigorate us and create fucking change.
Maybe someone should
Yeah.
test that
No,
theory.
Sandy Hook didn't create change, Hog. You aren't going to do change either. He did co-write a book with his sister, Lauren, called #Never Again. A New Generation Draws the Line. What is this line you've
Co-wrote
drawn?
with who, his sister? You said.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He acknowledged that being on the receiving end of hatred is horrible and traumatizing. But he's desensitized to it now. Like, oh, your house got swatted. You got a call from the police saying someone said that everyone in your family had been killed and that you're being held hostage for $100,000. Right. That becomes part of your daily life. It's just something you have to get through. I mean, when the times are tough, that's when we need heroes like Hogg the most. Somebody's got to take that bullet for us. And he's, a defiant Hogg said he will not be intimidated or silenced on the issue of gun control. I'm not going to stop. I want to go to school and, for a lack of a better word, weaponize my knowledge and learn as much as possible to end violence. Last year in Hogg's family in Florida were surrounded by a SWAT team in response to a prank call claiming that a stabbing had occurred and there was someone still in the house barricaded in. This goes on in the video game world all the time. Someone's kicking your ass, and it's like, oh yeah, call the police. Oh yeah, I think there's been a death in the house over at John's, and they send the fucking whole
Right.
SWAT team to some kid's house. It's called being swatted. Hogg was swatted. Does that count as an assassination attempt when you send a SWAT team to the Hog residence and say,
No,
I think someone's barricaded in there, and I think there's been a stabbing.
does not.
The incident came less than 5 months after Hogg survived, and we're grateful he did survive the shooting at Parkland. They claimed 17 lives. I think those 17 people were in the building, the freshman building, and Hogg was lucky enough not to be in the freshman building because he was a junior or a senior. People say guns, lastly, people say guns are related to freedom and patriotism. But living through instances of gun violence on a daily basis and children having to go through active shooter drills is not what freedom looks like to me. It's what fucking corruption looks like to me. A corrupt system that doesn't care about our children. Hogg was hopeful that gun control will emerge as a key issue in the next election cycle. The work that I and other teens are doing right now in this area will be brought to fruition by the next generation if need be. I think he really thinks that, too.
I love the F word, man. You know? It's like
Yeah.
ramps it up like Beto. Beto does that.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. It really is funny to me because he's a fucking child. He's 17. At 17, you're not supposed to be able to say fuck around adults. You know what I mean? You can't swear around your parents, most people. Oh, but Hogg doesn't give a shit.
Mike,
He's a rebel.
The shit he's gone through. He's 17 going on, 50.
Yeah, right. And I noticed that early when he was doing interviews. He's going to look back at those interviews and be horribly embarrassed at his behavior. Like, this is a real issue. These people are, I'm talking to Newsweek. I don't need to be like, yeah, well, this fucking ends now. Ooh, what a cool kid using big grown-up words. He's really not taking this, is he? Fuck no, Hogg's not. Hogg's on the case. And I fucking mean business. This bullshit ends today, Jay. Ugh.
Hey, if you suffered a traumatic accident or injury, don't call the billboard or TV attorneys. Your first call should be to Ogden Legal Triage. Ogden Legal Triage will find you the right personal injury attorney for your case at no cost to you. They will negotiate the best price, save you time, money, hassle. Who better to help you find a lawyer but a lawyer? Ogden Legal Triage. For more information, go to firstcalldetroit.com.
Could Hogg call him? Does that count as a going through trauma enough?
That's trauma, man. That's a traumatic accident for sure.
Yeah.
Incident.
Even if you were like down the street. PT. Okay, yeah, sure. It's a survivor, whatever. Brody Jenner. I kind of like Brody Jenner.
I know nothing of him.
You know his mom.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
Linda Thompson.
Sure. We were invited to Thanksgiving dinner at
We
their
were.
house. We
We're
would
gonna
have had.
take her up on that.
Yeah, we would have had dinner with Brody and Caitlin and the other one. Brody is taking some serious shit online.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is this because the Hills are back or no?
Yeah, the Hills, New Beginnings. Did you know they? Dude,
I didn't watch
excellent.
it, but
You know, I have a major pop culture gap around that time, so
Yeah.
I generally know
Dude.
then the references to Hills, but I don't know the characters
got
at
the
all.
box set. You will love the Hills, Jay. You will fucking love
Can you
Laguna
find me a
Hills
DVD player
and the
to play 'em
Hills.
in?
Yeah, just duck go it.
Okay.
And you'll find it. Maybe it'll send it to the YouTube or something.
By the way, the logo of DuckDuckGo looks so much like Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's a little Furbian.
Easy,
Yep.
pull it up, man. DuckDuckGo, Duck, and Phineas and Ferb, Perry the Platypus. It's the same illustrator for sure.
In fairness to the DuckDuckGo folks, there's only so much you can do with if it's like cartoon Duck Go.
Well,
Don't have a lot of play there.
it's just the way it's like the profile / not profile.
what's the guy from Phineas and Ferb?
Perry the Platypus, please.
I mean, he's bow tied as the other guy.
He's not bow tied up proper. However, he does play a spy. He has a sort of alter ego as a spy, so he'll often wear a hat. But
Well, he's not wearing a hat. Our
no,
guy.
no. But I'm just saying, like, it's gonna look similar to you, dude. You're gonna.
Well,
Jesus, you got it?
you're treading on dangerous ground here, sir. I mean,
You
you're
see
making
it?
some claims
You
that
see
are.
it?
I don't know what they're supposed to do. Honestly, I mean, Cartoon Duck does not give you a ton of options. They went a totally different color.
Well, so they
The
go-
beak is different.
So they go, I'll make him look like Perry the Platypus.
But is that this is the one you have? Do you think those two look similar?
Yeah, I think they're of the same family.
They don't like. I thought I was going to see an actual doppelganger here. Like I don't think anyone would confuse them as like. Oh
I think
my
it's
god.
the same. I think it's like the aspect of the face. It's not straight on and it's not profile. It's sort of both at
One
the
is
same time.
square and one is round. One has very detailed eyes. The other has those.
This would be a profile, right? You looking at me here? You're looking at me straight on here. It's
Yeah.
sort of like the mix of the two on both of them.
So you're.
And maybe that's just a common cartoon.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
When drawing
the
cartoons,
Simpsons, they have that thing, right? Simpsons straight on that freak you out.
You owe the fine folks at DuckDuckGo an apology.
Why?
I mean, you were teetering on a line.
I think it's from the same family.
you were.
I think
dude,
it's the
you
same
almost
illustrator.
you almost defamed them
Why?
because you or slandered them at least
Why?
because you accused recklessly, I would say, on a fucking microphone to the public that they had somehow stolen someone else's artistic.
Look at the shadow on the DuckDuckGo. There's a light behind him. Look at that.
or
Isn't that
he's coming
interesting?
out of the light.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's private. He goes right back into the shade. He can just come peek his head out into the light.
I think it's the same illustrator.
It's not even close. For Christ's sakes, DuckDuckGo is wearing a bow tie, a green one.
Oh, that's
And he's much thinner.
look. I didn't say they were twins.
Wow. Look,
I don't even think it
if
looks
anyone
close.
at
No?
DuckDuckGo is listening right now, the artist involved in the rendering, I think it's wonderful. I have no problem with it. And I want to be clear, Mike Walters does not think there's any license being stolen here, trademark issues you're going to have to deal with. And I'm making no disparaging remarks
What
about
if
your
you
wonderful...
took the bill off the duck? Just
Yeah.
squint and take the bill off the duck. It looks like shmoo.
You'd have a worm. You'd have a worm with a...
You'd have a schmedge.
Yeah, you just have a cum stain is what you would have.
All right, what were we talking about?
We're talking about Brody Jenner.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What does he do?
Yeah,
I mean, he was on the hills at one point.
yeah. And
of
so
those guys.
The Hills' New Beginnings, I didn't even know this was coming back, but people are excited. Brody is the son of Caitlyn Jenner
And Linda.
and Linda Thompson, was seen at a dinner with cast member Frankie Delgado when his wife, who was also named Caitlyn, was brought up in the conversation. The show then cuts to an interview with Brody Jenner where he opened up about his father transitioning from a man to a woman. My dad, he also became a woman. Don't want to forget about that one. I had been dating Caitlyn Carter for 4.5 years, and my dad came out and said that he wanted to be called Caitlyn. 2 Caitlyns. Viewers caught on to what exactly Brody was doing there. Referenced him as he twice.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yep. He wanted to be called Caitlyn.
Well, has he been punished for this? Brody, that is.
On Twitter?
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
yeah. He's being
Thank
shamed,
God.
shamed up proper. More people had an issue with Brody using he twice in the statement instead of she to describe his father.
We need a good war. Bottom line. Look, Iran's itching to go. Let's go to war, everybody. This is ridiculous. This is fucking utterly absurd. Let's go to war. That's what we need.
Listen to that statement again, please. Just
Yeah.
Everybody calm down and listen to the statement again. More people had an issue with Brody using he twice in the statement instead of she to describe his father.
Bomb Tehran. Do it now.
One person said, Brody Jenner remains a pile of trash. Plus, seems to really enjoy purposely misgendering Caitlyn Jenner
God.
on their personal.
His dad, his own father. Well, mother.
Can't we give him a pass? This
Father,
must
mother.
be very confusing.
He refused to call his father she? What a fucking asshole. The Hills reboot has delivered everything and more. Whitney reaction shots, Audrina staring blankly, so many fucking crystals, Brody being a tool and misgendering Caitlyn,
Wow.
Pam Anderson moving to France to avoid Trump's America.
Pam Anderson was in it?
No, I don't know what that has to do with
Someone
the
else
hills.
finished the tweet. I don't know what that means, but whatever. The relationship between Brody and Caitlyn hasn't always been smooth. Even before the transition, the father-son relationship was further strained last year when Caitlyn didn't attend Brody's wedding, and he said he was busy. He was busy, and I know when we talked to Linda.
She was busy. Mike.
Wait,
No,
shit.
Jesus
Fuck me.
Christ.
We can edit that. We'll edit that.
Wait, did I just
We'll edit it. We'll fix it in post.
say Bruce was not at Brody's What did I, say
think you
wrong?
said Caitlyn, but then you called him a he. You said he was busy. So you got half of it right, but then you said he, man.
He, she. No, you're not he, she. It's not a
Shamali.
Shamali. No. Wait, Bruce did not show up at the wedding. I didn't say that.
Now you've dead named him.
Who?
We have a lot of fixing to do.
Dead named. Caitlyn. He didn't show up at Brody's fucking wedding. What is wrong with that? Terribly confused. I'm going to call his father she as well. Fine. Will that make everyone happy?
Yes.
He was a shit father. Shit. At the time he was,
He was.
though.
He was.
He was
Yes.
at one point the father going by a he did kind of look feminine, but he did go by he, not she. He went by Bruce, and at that point, he was, in fact, Brody's father. And remember,
Linda mentioned this. He'd often miss their little league games right down the street, and he'd be golfing.
Golfing, I
instead.
was just going to say,
dude,
right.
they could see from the field, they could see him at Pepperdine in Malibu golfing by himself, just shooting golf balls into the ocean. They're like, nice, dickhead. Your son's throwing a no-hitter here at 8, and you're up there by yourself dreaming about cutting your dong off and shooting golf balls all over. Fuck. Anyway. What do you got?
We received post.
Oh, for the
This one gave me a boner, Mike. Instant boner. Look at that. United
Ooh.
Colors of Benetton.
Wait, isn't it just colors by Benetton?
United Colors of Benetton. Greetings from
right.
Munich, all, but specifically Jay. I was walking through the airport when I stumbled across this gem. Figured it might take Jay down memory lane. Oh, it did. Fun fact: the United Colors of Benetton was founded in 1965 by the Benetton family in Ponzano, Veneto, Italy. Wikipedia claims that they have about 5,000 stores, but listen to this, gentlemen: only 7,714 employees. Maybe they rely on an independent contractor. Show's awesome. Keep it up. Bye for now, BUI Mike. Yes, they must use independent contractor. Think of that. 5,000 stores, 7,000
Worldwide?
employees.
Why don't they make
Seems
colors
to
by
make
Benetton
sense.
anymore then?
The perfume?
Yeah.
The
The
eau de
eau de
toilette?
toilette. Yeah.
Oh, no. I wish
Parfum?
they would. I wish they would, although we did buy a freaking bucket load.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. It's very little.
We've received correspondence
Oh boy. Oh boy, that looks serious.
sealed with wax.
Yeah, I
The
like
wax
that.
stamp of Wolfie.
Off to a good start. Has he fixed his handwriting?
He has. In his own hand, he's
Oh,
written.
shit. That's even gayer than the first time.
Yeah.
Way more feminine.
Dearest Michael and friends.
Is he transitioning?
Wow.
Gotta
This
read
is-
all that, dude? That
I
looks
am.
like, oh shit.
Oh
okay.
shit.
I am.
We only got 10 minutes left.
Jay would never do it if it wasn't.
You were just discussing the youth baseball game brawl and how things like that get started. I'd like to share a story with you regarding a similar situation I was involved in. So remember the teal shorts guy at the
Yep.
8-year-old baseball game we went over the other day?
Loved it.
First, however, let me say teal shorts guy, says Wolfie, is a fucking pussy. He runs up and sucker punches a guy and scurries away like a fucking rat. Man up and fight or stand with the ladies, says Wolfie.
Yeah, in the melee though, when it's men, women, fisticuffs flying, children screaming in horror, I don't have a problem with this quick sucker punch and a runaway. Regroup, gather yourself. You're a man, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, 2 years ago, I was at my soulless Ginger Sons hockey game, and during the game, a woman from the other team had a really loud noisemaker for cheering on her son and was blaring it constantly. It's one of these air horns or something, or vuvuzela maybe. I don't know.
Vuvuzela, yeah. Well, I think that's an important detail, and the fact that he left out what it was, whether it was one of those spinny things,
Yeah.
or the cowbell.
Oh my God.
Oh, the cowbell, or the hated air horn.
Yeah, the air
The
horns.
air horn is worse than you're not 100. Don't.
Keep in mind that noisemakers of all kinds are not permitted anymore in this establishment. I have a 74-year-old fishing buddy who is grandpa to another player on our team. His name is Ernie.
Great name for grandpa.
In the second period, Ernie has had enough of that lady and her stupid noisemaker. Ernie looked over and yelled at her, "Can you stop blaring that fucking thing?"
Oh, did Ernie come with that kind of tongue?
Sounds like something Ernie would say.
Yeah.
Immediately, some fucking hero storms over and stands right over top of Ernie and was threatening him with violence. Now, after I got out of the Marine Corps, I vowed to myself that I don't want to be involved in any more violence in my life unless it was utterly unavoidable.
Yeah.
Does he always have to mention the Marine Corps in every?
Well, it's part of it.
Damn straight,
It's
yeah.
part of
Also,
him.
who does he think he is? Bob Ross?
I
here?
know. I
He
was
gets
just
out
going
of
to
the-
say he's very Bob Rossian right now. The way he's not going to raise his voice
I know,
anymore.
I know.
He's had enough.
I've walked away from lots of situations because of this. Well, in this instance, without thinking, I jumped up and moved quickly and got between Ernie and the hero guy.
I moved like a bitch on her.
We were chest to chest and nose to nose. He says to me, "What the fuck are you going to do about it?"
Oh shit!
So now it's Big Ern and Wolfie.
No, it's Ernie sitting in the stands, Wolfie standing in front
But
of
someone
Ernie.
moved like a bitch on Ern, right?
Correct. And now Wolfie's between
there.
Ernie and the guy, the
And he's
hero.
like,
And
"What
he's
are
on
you
Ern.
doing?"
He's on Big Ern's team though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay,
Ernie's his
yeah.
fishing buddy, 74 years old.
Hell yeah.
Do you listen?
Yeah, no, I did. I was a little confused. So now, basically, at this point, we've got the Wolf and Ern against whatever.
Correct.
And he says, "What are you gonna do about it?"
What are you
right?
going to do about it? I calmly but authoritatively said, move the fuck away and return to your seat.
I don't like the strong language at a child's game.
Hero's wife yells, kick his ass!
Oh, good woman.
His old lady.
That's
This old lady.
Kick his ass.
That's the move when your woman leans over and lays on
Dude.
your horn. You're like,
Fuck.
okay, yeah, that's what I needed.
I can't imagine a circumstance where I go to do that and Gab yells, kick his ass, Jay! My God.
What would you do? You're sitting there, you're nose to nose. It's getting
I
serious.
turn around and be like, no.
So you're nose to nose, right? Chest to chest. A little puffiness is going on. We're kind of both.
I'm showing my green thing.
Yeah, you're showing a little bit of your green thing. Like, dude, you want to see the rest of this green thing? And all of a sudden, Gab goes, kick his ass, Jay! Like, at that point,
I can't
would you
imagine.
turn and be like, Gab, silence, woman.
And you know the problem is, like,
Know your place, woman.
the problem is, like, at that point, then it's like, in a way, now
You
your
got to
wife,
do it, right?
Now
Well,
your wife has
that's
said,
what Wolfie reads into this. He says, don't listen to her, man. That's what he said. Don't listen to her, man. When I said that to him, the look on his face told me everything. This guy had no confidence he could do anything useful to me. For a split second, I looked out onto the ice. The game had stopped. All the players and the refs were watching.
Excellent. Great lesson for the children.
And I saw my son standing at the glass, and he was gesturing emphatically for me to swing on this guy.
Kick his ass, Dad. Like the old days. Kick his ass.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to that, so I turned, looked to the hero, and said, man, do yourself a favor and go have a seat. He took my offer of freedom and headed back to his seat, but he did call me a fucking asshole as he walked away, which I didn't mind. If he needed to say that so he could save some face in front of his wife / old lady, I get that. Ernie then tugs on my pants to get my attention, says, what the fuck, Wolfie? I could have taken him.
Of course, Ern could.
Ernie's the best. Anyway, that's how some of these ridiculous parents' brawls happen, I guess. Maybe if I hadn't stood up, there would have been a bigger event than that. My boy was pissed at me for not fucking him up, though. My boy's a fighter and wanted to see me
Hell
go
yeah.
at it. He got disqualified from a tournament last weekend for fighting a goalie and a defenseman at the same time.
Sweet.
He's a legend in the locker room.
Of course he is.
But I pay way too much money to not have him playing as opposed to serving a suspension. Great job on the podcast lately. Congrats on 1,300 episodes. XOXO Wolfie. Kisses, hugs, kisses, hugs.
There was something in there. I'm gonna sneeze maybe. Towards the end, when they were still chest to chest, and was it? Don't listen to you. Did he say don't listen to her or something like that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, don't listen to her, man.
that's very passive aggressive to say that. You know, like telling him how he should react to his woman.
Don't listen to her, man. Things will not go well for you. That was his quote.
That's very passive aggressive. You're letting it be known to the group. Listen, motherfucker, I could end you and keep your bitch in line.
Sure.
And so he has one of two plays here. He can swing on you. He can tail between the legs and go explain to wifey why he didn't kick his ass. You know, Wolfie's lucky he got off with you're a fucking asshole in this situation.
I don't even think it's passive aggressive. By the way, what do you mean? Like, he's not passive aggressive. He's telling him if
Yeah,
you
he's
don't
saying-
step away.
It's not passive aggressive. It's not pandering. It's
It's aggressive.
it's
Don't listen to her, man. Things will not go well for you.
Yeah. It's a threat. There's a veiled threat. I won't call it a full threat, but it's veiled. It's there. Things won't go well for
Thinly
you.
veiled?
I don't know. I think it's more than thinly veiled. I think it's mildly veiled,
Oh my
but
gosh.
more than thinly.
Oh, I don't think it's veiled at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So you guys think that's a threat that
Yeah,
Wolfie threw
don't
out
listen
there.
to her, man. Things will not go well
Things
for you.
will not go well for you. It's veiled.
When do you
It's
think
veiled,
that? When do you think that guy?
but it's a threat nonetheless.
When do you think that guy that his wife's like kick his ass and he didn't do it? When's the next time he got laid after that?
Oh, I know.
That's it.
still has
what
it.
a fail, right?
I mean,
Well,
You get up to
I
go.
know it sucks, but
You get up and you get in that guy's face. You better be ready to throw down if you're that guy.
Well,
Like, legit.
if the author has properly worded and stated the way it seemed very confident, kick his ass. Like, it's not the first time that's been yelled by her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the first time You would think that she's out of control. There's a rage that's built. She pops. Fucking kick his ass. You know, she's had it. But that sounded like a very controlled, it's go time, kick his ass.
She's essentially saying, get arrested.
Assault, brother.
Let me bail you out. You know, go to court for an assault charge. This is just so stupid,
But
man.
for a grown-ass man, I think Wolfie's response, what was the quote again? Don't listen to your woman.
Don't listen to her, man. Things will not go well for
That's
you.
patronizing as shit. It's very patronizing, right? He's essentially saying, tail between your legs and go away, little boy. You don't want to see where this goes.
He's
next.
offering an alternative.
I think it's
Patronizing. I would say very patronizing.
I would.
Patronizing to quite patronizing?
Yes.
But see, you could also argue that he's being really nice there, man. He's giving him an out kind of. He's like, man,
He gave him an out while also flicking him in the fucking back of the head.
I know, but he could have not even done
You know,
that.
He might as well have given him a titty twister and sent him back to his
Yeah,
table.
but he could not have done that. And you know what? Even though that guy's old lady, probably who knows what she thought of him after this.
You think she's hot?
He didn't go home arrested, man. You know, he didn't go home fucking with an
Hockey
assault
mom
charge.
yelling,
Like
"Kick
they
his
said.
ass!"
Dude,
Right.
do you think his old lady is proud that he was the bigger man and didn't get arrested? She's humiliated
She
at
is
what a
humiliated.
pussy he was
Who
tonight.
gives a fuck about her, though, in my opinion? Like, I know.
Hey, man, he's still trying to close and crush that thing later in the night.
Okay.
If she thinks she's with a pussy,
I agree. I don't think she's had sex with him since, but I still
I
think
think he
it'd
had
be
to
better
swing
not
on Wolfie to keep his fucking marriage going.
Yeah, that went south in a hurry.
Yeah.
This guy really fucked up.
Well, what if
I mean, his wife made a simple request. He denied it publicly in front of a lot of people. She must have felt like a real ass.
I wonder if this guy had done this to Wolfie, what Wolfie's response had been. What if when he said, "Don't go, don't listen to her. It's not going to go well." What if he leaned in his bed like, "Just let me kind of punch you, but I'm not going to really punch you, but I won't get lynched in if I don't."
You're saying
It works out a wrestling move, like
Yes,
there on the spot.
dude. If I don't,
I've got a razor blade in my hand. I'm gonna cut my own forehead. We'll say it's yours.
And he's going to do it ventriloquist style without
Yeah.
moving his mouth.
because like
No, everyone.
I'm going to
dude,
swing on you. Just like at the last minute. Just
Yeah.
duck, okay?
No, that wouldn't work. All eyes are on these two. Everyone is seeing the green things showing themselves.
I know. I
And
just
you
there's
can't
no
trust
way.
Ernie to stay silent on
No,
that. Ernie's
no.
going to blow his top.
I know. I was just saying though. But what if
No,
he could have somehow
well,
like got in?
look,
You would have thought of that, right?
Like-
That actually would have come to his mind. Like,
Shit,
look
well, I'm in the
at-
position now.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at me.
Fuck.
Is there a
Fuck,
way
I don't wanna get punched.
Kind of do it, but not.
Well, let's be honest. He would have had every right to call that bluff because essentially, Wolfie played a hand. Raised the bet by challenging him. Essentially, it was a veiled maybe threat. You're not going to like the way this plays out, or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing, but that man had every right to call that bluff. Look that man in the eyes and see if I poke the bear, is he ready to fucking take it to the threatening level he just mentioned a moment ago? Or he could. So I wouldn't have blamed him for doing that.
Yeah, it could have gone one of two ways.
I wish he
yeah.
would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he looks like a dick and a pussy in front of his wife now, and
Plus, Wolfie's kid would have been happy. See his dad throw down,
hell yeah. I
Two
don't know.
hits.
It's too bad this
One
didn't come to
hitting him,
fisticuffs.
one hitting the ground.
Yeah. I really wish this would have gone to full distance, the
Yeah.
distance. The kids deserved it. They'd stop play for him. I mean, is there anything worse than a fucking bummer of an ending to a story like that? If they went tumbling down those fucking aluminum bleachers.
Oh, God. Hey, everybody. Hamlin Pub recently rolled out a new menu. Try their new culinary creations, which include Southwest Cobb salad, candied Brussels sprouts, Korean steak tacos, chicken share, or the big brisket
Jeffrey.
sandwich. Or you could start your day with an award-winning Backyard Mary Bloody Mary. Of course, can get these at all 6 Hamlin Pubs locations: Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, Richmond, and 2 in Shelby Township. Mike, we will save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. I believe McCarty and those guys will be coming in here and break down the day, some good interviews. It's going to be a good, fun show tonight. So stick around for that, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you guys then. Thanks for joining us today.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.